If you want cheap and reliable coins, head on over to my sponsor, AOEA.com, and use my code VIC for 3% off.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Vic here, back with another Madden 21 video. In today's episode, we're going to be rebuilding my favorite team, the Baltimore Ravens, with the new addition of Rashod Bateman and Jayson Oweh. We also had other picks, but that wasn't until the third round. I believe we picked up more linebackers, safeties, defensive tackles, and offensive tackles, I believe, as well. So anyways, guys, I do believe that the Ravens had a pretty strong draft, and I probably will be doing the Jacksonville Jaguars next just because Trevor Lawrence got drafted. You know, the number 1 overall pick, nothing too big, obviously. Looking into the team, as you can last tell from that last clip, that was obviously sarcasm. We don't really have much of an offensive line without Orlando Brown Jr., so that makes things a little bit difficult, I'm not going to lie. And I also gave Rashod Bateman superstar development, and it's a little biased, but I don't care. I gave Jayson Oweh only star development. And I'm trying, keep this in mind, keyword trying to keep this a realistic rebuild. I'm not doing draft classes. Way too early to tell who's going to be good in the draft next year. So let's just get to the trades. So my first and only trade is probably just going to be Chuck Clark and a 4th round pick for Chris Lindstrom. I don't see any problem with this trade. I think it's relatively realistic and not too unrealistic. So this is the team after the trades. We literally just lost a safety and gained a left guard. He was a right guard, moved to left guard. Not really the biggest difference in the world. And overall, I don't think that was really an unrealistic trade. I'm trying to keep it as realistic as I can. I might break during the mid of it. So anyways, guys, what I was trying to say in that last clip was I'm trying to keep it relatively realistic. I don't know if I will be able to. It's really hard as we are somehow 2-5 at the midseason market. Going to give expert scouting to my coach XP, and we are here to face the Indianapolis Colts at the midseason mark. But we also have some players to re-sign. We have Jarrell Casey here. I don't know why he's here. Did one of our players, I don't know what happened to one of our players apparently, but apparently the CPU signed another edge rusher that I didn't sign. Tyus Bowser, I don't know, unless he gets a dev up, I don't really have an interest in him. So anyways, guys, apart from that, let's move into the playoffs. So we were in the playoffs coming off a win to the Cincinnati Bengals as we finished 9-7. What a comeback on the season. 3rd in the division, of course, behind the Browns and the Steelers. Looking into it, Lamar Jackson was a stud. Really, really good numbers. Definitely an MVP candidate. Oh my gosh. Of course, Cam Newton and Justin Fields is up there. Wins Rookie of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, and MVP. Interesting. I don't think any rookie has won an MVP before, a league MVP. Lamar Jackson, 4,533 for 16. JK, horrible, terrible season. 1,100 yards, 10 TDs for Duvernay, 1,000 yards, 4 for Rashod Bateman. So pretty good season for my receiving core. Malik Harrison did a pretty solid job with the most tackles on the team. 14 tackles for a loss for Calais Campbell. Sacks 17 for Calais Campbell. That's insane. 2 interceptions for Jordan Richards, and safeties on the team is going to be 0, and defensive touchdowns on the team is going to be 0. So anyways, guys, apart from that, I would say it's time to move into the playoffs. But first of all, not the playoffs, I mean into the next part of the playoffs. You guys know what I mean. Into the next part of the playoffs is how? That doesn't make any logical sense. We're probably going to lose to the Chiefs because they're pretty good simulation guys along with the Cowboys and the Browns. So anyways, let's see if we can beat. No, we lost them 21-19. I would expect that from a 9-7 team. I'm not mad at that. So let's just get to the offseason. Here we are in the offseason as the Bears win the Super Bowl. As the first rookie quarterback ever in history wins the Super Bowl, wins Super Bowl MVP, League MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, and Offensive Rookie of the Year. Talk about a trade-up in the draft, my guy. What is that? Insane. Justin Fields popping off in simulation. AFC North, Calais Campbell retires with 17 sacks on his final season. I guess he kind of wants to retire on top. That's not really retiring on top, but either way, he had a great season for us. Kind of sad to see him go. I would have re-signed him anyways if he did have a contract. Jarrell Casey, I would not mind a 1-year deal for an 82 overall star development player, but will he re-sign? No, he won't. Sam Cook, I don't really care about. He's a punter. Can just move Justin Tucker to punter if I want to. Tyus Bowser has a dev up, so I definitely will re-sign him here. 76 overall star development player. Really do like what I see with him in terms of edge rusher wise. I don't really know how he got that. Probably a bunch of tackles for a loss, honestly. Looking into the team though, Offensively, Devin Duvernay was superstar development. That is what I'm talking about. I hate how some players get superstar development, but again, are only a 75 overall. Really? In real life, we all know if someone got superstar dev, EA would at least make them an 85 overall, unless it's like a punt returner like Jamal Agnew or Deontay Harris. But anyways, guys, that kind of ticks me off a little bit, so let's just move into free agency. Here we are in free agency picking up Jordan Lewis because nobody wanted him, so I got him on a dirt cheap deal. Gus the Bus Edwards on a cheaper deal, and Alejandro Villanueva. Ravens were reported to pick him up anyways in real life, so it's pretty realistic. So in the draft, we are now picking up Josh Clement. I believe that is how you say it. 74 overall, normal development. We got to replace Calais Campbell. Next, we're picking up a right tackle, 69 overall, nice hidden development. Probably going to start him over Alejandro Villanueva, honestly. So this is the overlook of the team after the draft. And I'm starting him over Alejandro Villanueva, and I can move him into center, but that would be considered an unrealistic move if I took an offensive tackle and moved them to center, so I'm not going to do that. And we definitely need some safety and some D-line help there, but I think the specialist will overall help a little bit. Definitely a young team in terms of receivers, of course, and linebacking core, very young across the board. So anyways, guys, apart from that, let's get to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a loss to the Browns. What a surprise there. And looking into our record, of course, we are 2-6. Oh, okay. Interesting. You can hear the disappointment in my voice, probably. Mark Andrews, 91 overall star development tight end. Definitely want him back. Up the salary by 0.3, and he re-signs with the team. Brandon Williams, he's getting paid like $12 million a year, and he's not that good anyways. Patrick Regard, 81 overall star developments. It's only realistic to keep one of the best fullbacks in the NFL, second best in my opinion. Kyle Juszczyk on the Niners, but guess who developed Kyle Juszczyk? The Ravens. But anyways, I'm enough of me boasting about my team. It's fine. Deshaun Elliott, 79 overall star development. Definitely want to keep him around. Alejandro Villanueva, we already have his replacement in the draft. I didn't know we were going to get his replacement until I got there, so let's get to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, coming off a loss to the Raiders, and guess what? We didn't make the playoffs. 5-11, bottom of the division, makes no sense. Lamar Jackson did great again. I don't understand. 18th best offense, 25th best. Do I need to change a playbook? Oh my God. 4,300 yards, 35-15. J.K. Dobbins sucked again. I don't know what I need to do to get him going. Devin Duvernay, great, over 1,000 yards, 9 TDs. Mark Andrews, almost 1,000 yards, 9 TDs. Defensively, Patrick Queen with 138 tackles. That is a lot. Tackles for a loss is going to be 12 for Josh Clement, the rookie. And sacks on team, 6 for Justin Madbuke. I'm so bad at pronouncing name. You guys should know this. 4 interceptions for Tavon Young. Safeties on team is going to be 0. And defensive touchdowns on the team is going to be 0. So anyways, guys, if I can ever pronounce names right, which I doubt I ever will, it's time to move into the offseason. Here we are in the offseason as Patrick Mahomes wins league MVP, Super Bowl MVP, and he wins the Super Bowl. Zach Taylor is the coach of the year, and I do not see any Ravens in there for yearly awards, which is okay. So we're going to look into the retirements here. AFC North, Everson Griffin retires as a Bengal, and we have some contracts to get into as well. So looking into those contracts right now. Brandon Williams, 80 overall. No. Don't want Nick Boyle either. I mean, yeah, Nick Boyle is useful in real life, but in simulation, he's not useful. You don't need more than one tight end. Maybe some depth at tight end is okay, but I'm not willing to overpay a tight end just because, you know, it's kind of realistic. Yeah, in real life, I know it's realistic, but still, simulation, not realistic. So right tackle only has star developments, and looking into it defensively, Patrick Queen now has superstar developments, which is great to see. 82 overall superstar development. I know in real life that, and also our rookie now has star development, and what I'm trying to say is, I know in real life, EA would definitely make him at least an 88 overall superstar. Like, come on now, EA. Now, looking into it after free agency, we got some D-line help with Uchenna Nwosu, 82 overall star development, Derek Nottie, and Matt Paradis. I don't know how I'm able to say Uchenna Nwosu, but not simple names. I don't know why. So, in the draft, completely unrealistic. I couldn't help myself. Literally no one on the board is anyone I wanted. I needed some O-line help, and I needed middle linebacker help. They didn't have those. So I'm trading away pick number 569, 164 for Jamal and Bobby Wagner. And this is the overlook of the team after the draft. Offensive line is looking relatively good. Receiving core is looking young. Everyone on this team is so young. They just need to develop. And looking into it defensively, Team's pretty good. I want to switch back into a 3-4. I don't know why this is a 4-3. 4-3-3-4 Storm is what I would like to see there. And going back into the defense to see if that is correct, it is. So this looks a lot better. Literally, there isn't a bronze on our team. There isn't a starter bronze on the team, offense or defense, which is insane to me. So let's just move into the playoffs. I meant to say the midseason mark. I'm stupid. Anyways, let's just see what we're looking. 3-4. Knowledge, guys. Not a single bronze offense or defense starter, but no, guys. It's all about what EA thinks is right, not what you think is right. And I did switch up the playbooks. I don't know what's wrong with the team. Lamar Jackson's contract is going to take up a bunch of cap room. Bobby Wagner, I do want back first because you can also just tag Lamar at the end of the season. Kind of just rip off the CPU. So looking into a 99 overall superstar X Factor, massive contract for Lamar Jackson, and he is getting re-signed. And for those of you guys saying, oh, that's a big contract for a running back, shut up. Nobody likes you. You're not funny. Kevin Zeitler, 82 overall, star development, and he re-signs with the team. 82 overall isn't bad for an offensive lineman, so I definitely want to keep him here. Marcus Peters, I'd rather have him over Tavon Young, so I'm going to re-sign him. I spread out his contract to 5 years to make it cheaper overall. And Matt Paradis, I don't really know how I feel about you, but I doubt I can get anyone else better in the draft. So he doesn't even want to re-sign. He wants a bigger bonus. I don't know why you want a bigger bonus, even though you're regressing. You probably won't be much use to me anyways. So anyways, guys, other than that, I need to re-sign Trace McSorley later. So other than that, guys, let's move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, coming off a loss to the Browns. We didn't make the playoffs again. Because oh my gosh, how are we at the bottom of the division? Lamar Jackson, another great season, 17th best offense and 28th best defense with Bobby Wagner, Jamal Adams, Patrick Queen, Marcus Peters, Marlon Humphrey, Deshaun Elliott, Uchenna Nwosu. Did I miss something? J.K. Dobbins still sucks. He hasn't hit over 900 yards even. He hasn't even hit 900 yards. Devin Duvernay is a stud. Marquise Brown is doing pretty good, along with Mark Andrews. Defensively, I'm really pissed right now. Most tackles on the team, Marlon Humphrey. Tackles for a loss, 12 for Jayson Oweh. Finally producing numbers. Sacks, 5.5 for Jayson Oweh. Really? We're not getting much pressure in. 3 interceptions for Jamal Adams. He's just a blitz boy. Shut up. You know nothing about football if you call him a blitz boy. Safeties on the team, 1 for Derek Nottie, and TDs is 0. So anyways, guys, that, I would say it is time to move into the offseason. Hopefully we can do good. So here we are in the offseason as the Patriots and Seahawks are in the Super Bowl, and it looks like the Seahawks fall to the Patriots in the Super Bowl once again. And how does Justin Fields win another MVP? No logical sense, dude. Literally all rookies start out with a normal development overall because you can't change overalls whenever you download new rosters. And oh my gosh, simulation sucks. EA is just really bad at this game. So am I. If you guys have ever seen my gameplay, it's really bad. But anyways, no one else here that I want to wait. Actually, no, I actually need to really go back there because I forgot to do it before. The man, the myth, the legend himself. If we don't re-sign him, we're not human. We're not human at all. The man, the myth, the legend, Trace McSorley. I know this meme is dead. I don't care. He's going to be on this team. And apparently we do not have enough money to sign him. So you know what that means, guys. It is time to go to edit player, and we are going to edit his contract and give him, we're going to give him superstar X Factor. It's disrespectful that he's a 59 overall. A legend like this should not be like this. So 7 years, and he should be on the first year of his contract. And now we are going to give him a superstar X Factor because that is what he deserves. And looking into it, Trace McSorley shall be a superstar X Factor once we get that going. And looking into the team now, offensively, oh, look at that. It looks like Trace McSorley earned superstar X Factor. Who would have thought? Very good in simulation. Devin Duvernay now has superstar X Factor. Like, this is what I'm talking about. 84 overall superstar X Factor. No way EA would ever give someone an X Factor and make them an 88 and 84 overall. Zero chance. Jayson Oweh, 86 overall, superstar development. Now, Deshaun Elliott, 82 overall, superstar development. Again, they need to immediately boost your overall if your dev up goes up. I don't know why. So, anyways, guys, we don't have any money in free agency, negative $20,000, which isn't as bad as it usually is. So let's get to the draft. Here we are in the draft, picking up Matt Paradis's replacements, you should say. I guess 75 overall, normal development, meh. So he's going to get the job done, but not really the greatest thing. He's the only starter bronze on the team, literally offense and defense. Yeah, This team should be God tier. I changed up the playbooks. It should be a lot better this year. If it's not, I'm going to be furious again. Still, I changed up the specialists as well. Devin Duvernay is a stud. He's continued to show that in simulation, so I'm going to start him. So let's just move to the midseason. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a win to the Arizona Cardinals. We are 7-0. Finally, my God, we have a winning record, and it's 7-0. EA, thank you. Finally, thank you for making logical sense at least. I don't want to resign anybody here because it is the final season, so we don't need to waste our time with that. So anyways, guys, let's get to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, coming off a win to the Browns, and we get a first round bye. Let's go. And we are 14-2. That is not a good memory for me to remember. 14-2 Ravens. I hope we don't face off against the Titans. So, yeah, Lamar Jackson MVP. Not surprised by that. Best in yards, best in touchdowns, fourth best in passer rating as well. Second best defense, best offense in the league, and I'm pretty sure he just set a record. Most passing TDs in a season. He's up there with 48. Lamar's a running back. Yeah, shut up. Nobody likes you. Still, almost 5,000 yards, 48 TDs, 5 interceptions, stud of a season. And J.K. Dobbins still sucks, not even 1,000 yards in this entire rebuild. Receiving wise, Devin Duvernay was a stud, almost 1,600 yards, 14 TDs. Mark Andrews, 14 TDs, over 1,000 yards. Marquise Brown, 7 TDs and over 1,000 yards. Amazing receiving wise. Patrick Queen with the most tackles on team. Uchenna Nwosu with 19 tackles for a loss. Only 5 sacks for Josh Clement. Sacks, we haven't even hit double digits throughout the entire time other than Calais Campbell. 2 interceptions for Patrick Queen, 0 safeties, and defensive touchdowns is 0. So anyways, guys, apart from that, I'm going to simulate the wildcard round and the divisional round. I always simulate both of them unless I actually might play the divisional round, I guess, depending who we're playing. But since we have a first round bye, it should. Oh my gosh. Simulation gods, whatever. They're 9-7. I'm just going to blame it on EA like I always do if we lose. Come on, they're 9-7. We're 14-2. That's what I expected as we do beat them. Here to face the Chiefs in the AFC Championship. I wouldn't be surprised if we honestly lost to them. So here we are against the Chiefs, and I am playing defense just because, they're trying to drive down the field 23-27. I barely hop in for defense in simulation, so I'm going to use a Deshaun Elliott. He's looking for Tyreek Hill, and that's an easy pick. Threw directly at me, just pressed Y, put my hands up, and Deshaun Elliott takes it back, and that should definitely be the game against the Kansas City Chiefs, as that was an easy lurk. I wish I could do that easily in my other series like Wheel of Franchise and Brooklyn Bulls. Definitely go check that out, but I can't, So here we are in the Super Bowl, here to face Justin Fields, the simulation god who wins constant MVPs, because logic. Anyways, looking into the team to see if there's any development upgrades. Looking into it offensively, we look the exact same, and defensively, Jayson Oweh is now a superstar X Factor. I honestly didn't expect that. I honestly expected, who was that, Rashod Bateman, to get superstar X Factor. He stayed superstar the entire time. I don't care if it's biased. And I accidentally oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. I accidentally just simulated the Super Bowl. Please tell me we at least win it. I meant to click on the Super Bowl and I was spamming A. I didn't mean to do that. Please tell me we at least win it. Come on. Oh my God, Justin Fields is a different breed in simulation. I can't wait for next year. Why is all Bears quarterbacks different breeds? Nick Foles, Mitch Trubisky, and now Justin Fields are all just goated in simulation. Is it the Bears playbook? It's just that good? I don't know, man. Either way, my team just couldn't handle that. And apparently this is not going to be a successful rebuild just because of that reason there alone. But still, I had really fun with this team. The only unrealistic thing I could say was the Bobby Wagner and Jamal Adams trade, but I really couldn't help myself. I didn't want to spend pick number 5 overall on a bust linebacker that I truly didn't want whenever I can cheese trade the system. So anyways, guys, apart from that, I'd say this is going to be a good rebuild, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.